Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami. Yomar Elohechem. Comfort, O comfort, my people, says your God, sang the prophet Isaiah. And indeed, God of the brokenhearted, we seek your comfort as we mourn the loss of 11 of your precious children, to whom you gave the breath of life. Far too many and far too long has the history of anti-Semitism, bigotry, and hate desecrated your image, with which you have created all humanity, B'Tselem Elohim. The sacred houses of worship where your name is hallowed, from a Sikh temple to churches, mosques, and now a synagogue, have been touched by hate by those who wish to denigrate and divide your children, all brothers and sisters, one from the other. Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel taught that racism is man's gravest threat to man, the maximum of hatred for a minimum of reason. This is not some distant or far off reality. Just 2 weeks ago, I did a funeral for a longtime member of my congregation, right here in Fountain Hill. And as I was still at the graveside, the family had made their way back to the road. A car pulled up and started screaming out from the car, "I hope all you Jews die," and I'm leaving apart the expletives. "I hope all of you die." They had just buried their mother. But look around you. Take a good look. We stand shoulder to shoulder. We proclaim that love is greater than hate. That, as George Washington wrote to the Jews of Newport, America gives no to bigotry, no sanction. This right here is America. We are America. No, as the late Lubavitcher Rebbe taught, we cannot undo the horror and loss of life, but we can respond to it with our most human and godly self. We can welcome the stranger with open arms, like brothers David and Cecil Rosenthal. We can celebrate the simchas, the joys of children and grandchildren, like Daniel Stein. We can build our lives loving each other, like the couple Bernice and Sylvan Simon. We can work harder to heal the sick, to show compassion, like Jerry Binowitz. We can build stronger bridges of understanding and respect, as Richard Godfrey. We can fight ignorance with knowledge, as Joyce Feinberg. We can become community leaders and builders, as Melvin Wax. We can choose to live life with vitality and vigor, as Rose Mallinger. We can cherish family and community, as Irving Younger. The way they lived is a call to action for all of us. Judaism believes that words are powerful and can lead to action and deeds. Again, Rabbi Heschel taught, Speech has power. Words do not fade. What starts out as a sound ends in a deed. The idea that the world itself was created through the power of words. And these words can lift us up, they can heal us, they can spur us to take action, they can inspire us. And just the same, they can divide us. They can bring hate and corrupt the heart. We will not allow anti-Semitism or bigotry and hate to have the last word. We will not be deterred by fear. We will work together, united, to create the kind of Lehigh community, the country, and the world worthy of our children and worthy of God's name. About this, I am supremely hopeful. I am hopeful because of the countless outpouring of love and kindness that surrounds in this room, that is in this room. I am hopeful because of you. Because of the selflessness. Because of the love we share. On the same day that these 11 lives were lost, 2 others, Maurice Stallard and Vicki Jones, were gunned down in a Kroger because when the gunman went to the church, he couldn't get in and then turned his hate on others. I am hopeful because of the words of the psalmist. Mine is the faith that I surely shall see the Lord's goodness in the land of the living. Hope in the Lord and be strong. Take courage and hope in the Lord. I'd like to invite my colleague and friend, Reverend Maria Jellivite. Mariah Children, sorry. And I'd also like to invite all of the clergy, and if your community doesn't have clergy, a representative of your community to please come up as well. All of the clergy and all of communities that may not have a clergy, please come up.
Spasm.
You would choose the clergy person who has the hardest name to pronounce.
You may give it a rush? No, it's gotta release itself. Oh my.
I am humbled to speak on behalf of the Interfaith clergy and community to say that we stand with you, our Jewish brothers and sisters, in this time of anger, suffering, and grief. It could have been an imam from one of our Muslim communities, a Hindu priest, a Baha'i leader, or the ecumenical and interfaith director of the Lehigh Conference of Churches speaking with you in my place. for we are all united as one in the condemnation of the horrific anti-Semitic action at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh last Saturday. We, too, are heartbroken at the killing of 11 innocent Jewish worshipers when their sanctuary was invaded by deadly hatred and violence that seems to be increasing in our society. We denounce together the anti-Semitism, racism, and prejudice that seek to deny that we are all created in the image of God as beloved brothers and sisters.
Amen.
Anti-Semitic actions come from a hatred born of ignorance and alienation. We stand together with you to show a different way, a way of love. We are blessed that we can authentically model that different way. For in the Lehigh Valley, the Jewish community has been a leader in building interfaith relationships with us. Just yesterday, the Institute for Jewish Christian Understanding was doing their training for their yearly anti-prejudice workshops for students in the schools in our area, part of the important work that they have been doing for over 2 decades. Interfaith groups throughout our valley regularly bring together people to learn, to serve, to pray, to laugh, to eat, to build relationships, and to speak as a common voice to condemn actions of violence and intolerance. We cannot undo the horrific events of Saturday morning, but we can stand together with you in prayer and lament, opening our hearts to one another and to God. We stand together to proclaim that love is stronger than hatred, even stronger than death.
Amen.
As we stand together in love, we commit ourselves to the ongoing work of Tikkun Olam, which will, with God's help, bring peace, salam, shalom, to our broken world. May that be our prayer. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming. Thank you.
And now I would like to invite our Interfaith clergy to join me in leading the prayer for our country. Our God and God of our ancestors,
we ask for your blessings for our country, for its government, for its leaders and advisors, and for all who exercise just and rightful authority. Teach us insights from your Torah, that they may administer all affairs of state fairly, that peace and security, happiness and prosperity, justice and freedom may forever abide in our midst. Creator of all flesh, bless all the inhabitants of our country with your Spirit. May citizens of all races and creeds forge a common bond in true harmony, to banish hatred and bigotry, and to safeguard the ideals and free institutions that are the pride and glory of our country. May this land, under your providence, be an influence for good throughout the world, uniting all people in peace and freedom, helping them to fulfill the vision of your prophet. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they experience war anymore. And let us say, Amen.
If it's possible, if each of you would just say your name and the church or religious organization or mosque or temple that you represent. I know there's, thank God, a lot of us here, but we really do want to acknowledge all of you And the best way to do that, if you could say your name and, again, which religious organization you represent.
Scott Brooks Cope, United Church of Christ.
Suzanne Brooks Cope, St. Matthew's United Church of Christ.
Jack Haber, First Presbyterian Church of Allentown.
Becky Malozzi, Faith Presbyterian Church of Emmaus.
Larry Pickens, the Lehigh Conference of Churches.
Imam Bashir Bilal, Muslim Association of Lehigh Valley.
Liaquat Sheikh from Eastern Philippine Muslim Association.
Jane Arrington Bender, St. Margaret's Episcopal Church, Emmaus.
Bonnie Bates, Conference Minister, Penn Northeast Conference of the United Church of Christ.
Rick Gould, St. John's United Church of Christ, Allentown.
Sue Benich, First Presbyterian Church of Bethlehem.
Beth Gowdy, Metropolitan Community Church of the Lehigh Valley.
Jeannie Watson, One Church of Allentown.
Pastor Carrie Holmes, City of Hope and Deliverance International.
Beth Hoffman Reed of the Episcopal Church in the United States.
Pat Shaynauer, St. Catherine Siena Parish in Allentown.
David Poisson, Pottsville Foursquare Church.
Don Garrett, the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Lehigh Valley.
Steve Shusett, St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Allentown.
Kerry Miller, St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Briningsville.
J.C. Austin, First Presbyterian Church of Bethlehem.
Randy Lentz, Salem United Church of Christ, Gilbert.
Keith Brown, retired pastor, Presbyterian.
Kay Lentz, Salem United Church of Christ in Morristown.
Raymond Carbort, Trinity Episcopal Church, Easton.
James Gottwald, St. John's United Church of Christ, Laurie Station.
Tom Thomas, United Church of Christ, retired.
Steve Simmons, Presbyterian, retired.
Thank you.
Maritza Torres Dolik, Christ Lutheran Church, Allentown.
Thank you.
Samantha Drano, Grace Lutheran Church, McCunchie.
Chris Nelson, United Church of Christ, retired.
Betsy Miller, President of the Moravian Church.
Mark Dackel, pastor of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Bethlehem.
Paresh Kashalka from Hindu Swayamsevak Sangha.
Jane Williams, Episcopal Church, retired.
Kaiser Yoder, The Barn, and Blank Slate.
Pamela Payne, Trinity Episcopal Church, Bethlehem.
Judy Brandon, United Church of Christ, Freedom Walls in Allentown.
Keith Archie, Westside Moravian Church, Bethlehem.
Maggie Weller, Moravian pastor, retired.
Aaron Huey, Presbyterian Catholic.
Mike Drake, Presbyterian, retired.
Hopeton Cannon, Central Moravian Church, Bethlehem.
Mark Schulman, Congregation Beth Arthur Board.
Michelle Moyer, Cathedral Church of the Nativity.
Osuama, Ule, Forever Church, Zambia, Africa.
Marvin Johnson, First Presbyterian in Allentown.
Deborah Alpha, Moravian Theological Seminary, and United Methodist.
Max Stelzer, Rosemont Lutheran Church in Bethlehem.
John Lamb, St. Luke's Lutheran Church in Allentown.
Samuel Zeiser, Bishop of the Northeastern Pennsylvania Synod of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America.
Riddick Weber, Moravian Theological Seminary.
Frank Crouch, also from the Moravian Theological Seminary.
And Chris Giesler with the Border World Mission of the Moravian Church.
Surendra Dayal, Hindu Temple Society, Lehigh Valley.
Stephen Emick, First Presbyterian Church of Allentown.
Melody Davis, Temple Covenant of Peace, Easton.
James Jackson, pastor, St. Paul Baptist Church, Bethlehem.
David Bennett, Moravian Church, Eastern District.
Kevin Nichols, Episcopal Diocese of Bethlehem.
John Murphy, St. Thomas More, Allentown.
I'd now like to invite Rabbi Halpern and Rabbi Malkapina Klein to lead us in the Mishaberach L'Cholim, the prayer for healing.
May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who were injured in Pittsburgh this weekend, including the SWAT team members who risked their lives to save others. We pray for healing of body, heart, and spirit for all who have experienced the loss of loved ones and a loss of a sense of security. May our hearts be healed and our faith in humanity restored. May the Holy One send a renewal of body and a renewal of spirit, and may love flow among and between us. And we say,
Amen.
Amen.
מי שברך אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, משה, אהרון, דוד ושלמה, שרה, רבקה, רחל ולאה, הוא יברך וירפא את כל הנפגעים מטמפור עץ החיים. הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליהם, להחלימם ולרפאותם ולהחזיקם ולהחיותם, וישלח להם מהירה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים לכל איבריהם ולכל גידיהם בתוך שאר חולי ישראל, רפואת הנפש ורפואת הגוף, עשתה בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ונאמר אמן.
Oh, I'll help you out, Mike. Did you hear that? Does she need help getting it? Who?
This
Said
time
she
we'll be
needs help
lighting
getting up for cottage. Oh, I don't
11 memorial candles.
know.
Please rise. David Rosenthal, age 54.
Cecil Rosenthal, age 59.
Bernice Simon, age 84.
Sylvan Simon, age 86.
Daniel Stein, age 71.
Jerry Rabinowitz, age 66.